Oh, hey guys, how are you doing? So, there's an issue and we need to talk about it. Season of Discovery really feels like it's running out of content. And there was plenty of content, but I've kind of been binging a lot of it and I just kind of feel like we're almost out. So, to illustrate this, I'm going to go through my inventory very quickly. So, most of my items are kind of close to BIS, if not sort of actually BIS. For example, I really need a new back, which again is in Sunken Temple. There's a bunch of items which I can get from Sunken Temple, which would be very, very beneficial. But the problem is we can only really do Sunken Temple once a week. And it really kind of feels like, well, what are you going to do on the other 5 days? There is stuff to do, but I kind of feel that it's not particularly fun. So, okay, I have these 2 rings, and I have this trinket, and a lot of people have this. And all you have to do to get these things is run Maridon 12 times, then another 12 times, then another 12 times for this one. And then I used to have the boots as well, which required running Maridon 15 times. And that's, again, was such a ridiculous grind, right? The boots have obviously been replaced now with BIS boots, but that just wasn't particularly fun, you know, doing the same sort of Maridon run again and again and again. But there we go, never mind. My 2-handed weapon I got from doing the Stranglethorn event, which is pretty good actually. Pretty good PvP event, but again, I've got the weapon from it and I don't think I particularly need any other items from it. Now, it would be actually very nice to get the mount, I suppose, and I could go do that content if I really, really wanted to, and obviously I could do PvP if I wanted to as well. Rest of my items, well, some of them are from Gnomeregon, like my neck and stuff, and a few of them are crafted, so my wrists were crafted. So were my shoulders, I believe. So that came from blacksmithing and engineering. So again, that was a big grind, which I've sort of now completed. And I'm basically kind of sat here getting ready for the Ashen Vale event, which is in another 30 minutes. And I'm kind of thinking, well, okay, I need to do a bunch of stuff, which all involves more grinding. So I need to get the world buff, and I need to get the Songflower buff, and I need to go and get, what else do I need to get? Darkmoon Fair buff if it's available. So all of that takes time, basically, for the raid. I also need to maybe go and do some incursions, which, again, are a bit of a grind. It really feels like World of Grindcraft now. And the only reason I do the incursions is you can get about 100 gold an hour if you do it efficiently. So again, you get 100 gold and then you can spend that gold on potions and whatnot, greater nature resistance, whatever you need basically, so that you can go and do your once a week dungeon. So yeah, that's pretty much the content right now. There may be, and I'm not even sure, a nice item or 2 in Blackrock Depths, but to be honest, I absolutely hate Blackrock Depths, and it's probably because I spent hours and hours and hours in there for like what seems years of my life. So I don't mind doing Blackrock Depths on occasion, but it just kind of feels like almost torture for me at this point. You could just say, Dave, why are you even playing this game if Blackrock Depths is torture? No, I like the other dungeons. I like Upper and Lower Blackrock Spire, but I just think Blackrock Depths should have been 2 dungeons, so I think you should have had the arena, and you should have had that area, and then you should have had the sort of other area where you can run through and do more sort of bosses and progression. And, you know, if they split it up a bit, I think it would work a lot better. But when a group wants to do everything in Blackrock Depths and it's looking like it's going to be 4 hours in that place, looking at the brow walls, I don't know what you guys think, but it's quite torturous. But that's pretty much all the content at the moment. And obviously I'm just trying to get the War Song out Strider's reputation. And I'm not entirely sure, but I think the bracers that you get from here are actually better than the crafted engineering bracers because there's a lot more strength on them. But I think also there's nice bracers at level 60. So again, if I got reputation from here, which is kind of why I'm waiting around, if I actually got that reputation, it would be very, very beneficial. But again, it's kind of difficult just waiting 30 minutes for an event to start. And there, I have to tell you a story, guys, because this is just so stupid to me. But I was trying to do this earlier, and then the event was starting. And if you don't know, the event lasts about a minute, and then it's over. You basically kill the boss, and then you lose, and then you go and you hand in your trinket, and that is literally the content, right? These guys, they're enjoying the game. Look, they just stood here. So at the moment, I guess the meta for this particular content is you turn up, you wait, some poor soul forms a group, and that's pretty much it. He gets millions of people whispering him or her, and he has to add them all to the group, and that's it. That's it, right? That's all the freaking content. Oh, before I go, I should also point out runes. Yeah, I've got all 25 runes as well, so that was more of, I wouldn't say that was necessarily a grind to get all the runes. I really enjoyed getting them, actually, and I think that's one of the stronger parts of the game. But yeah, I mean, we're looking at Phase 4 in about a month and a half, people kind of predict. So yeah, we've got another month of sort of doing this, and I just kind of feel like Blizzard really should have fixed a few things about Season of Discovery. So the first thing that they should have fixed, which is a bit late now, is the incursions. They were unbelievably ridiculous for leveling. I literally leveled in about 8 hours, and I literally did it in one day. So I went from 41 to 50, I believe, in one day. And the amount of money that you got from that was absolutely crazy at the start, but they kind of dramatically cut it by about 90%. So people were just getting incredibly rich, and that caused all kinds of problems with the auction house and stuff as well. There is stuff that I could actually do. So I would like a pair of Edgemasters handguards, because even though I'm an orc, Edgemasters are really, really good if you are dual wielding and you don't have axes, for example. Definitely worth getting. Although, who knows, there might be some other cool stuff in the next phase. The next phase actually looks pretty good from what I've seen. But again, I mean, it's still really early days, so we're going to have a lot of content here still. But yeah, I don't know. So at the moment, right, I've done everything that I needed to do, basically, in terms of the big grinds. So maybe just like 3 hours a week to get ready for dungeons. And that's pretty much all the content. So I don't know what you guys think. Oh, I can also get roids, which kind of involves killing a few mobs and handing some stuff in, which, again, probably about an hour. Need to get my pots for the next dungeon. They're pretty cheap, but again, that involves just basically going and getting them. Anyway, guys, I will leave the video there. Do you feel the same? Do you feel that there's a bit of a lack of content at the moment? Because I strongly feel like that. Anyway, guys, have a good day, and I will speak to you soon.